Off and on wins again. Literally no settings changed. Cool. Whatever. Alright, I am not delaying. Y'all can come in and hang out with me in my stream whenever you'd like. No pressure. 3, 2, 1, go. Anthem, thank you very much for the good luck. I still have a whole bunch of Pokemon cards that need to get sorted, put away. And also, if anybody has any bright ideas for any Charizard lists, I'm all game. I don't know if I like Thornton because it just like never comes up, but I can see the appeal of it. In fact, I did like just some small, like a really minor test this morning. And I only used Thornton once it wasn't even to get Charmander in play, it was to get Lumineon out of play. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to play Raging Bolt for the rest of this format. I'm going to another pre-release tonight because I was really unsatisfied with the pre-release I went to on Saturday. If anybody saw on my Twitter on Saturday, I took a picture of my deck list and I'm like, this goes OX easily. And then my follow-up is just me quote tweeting it saying 0-3. And my polls were okay at best. I got Grand Tree, and I got 2 copies of the Full Art Cinderace. And it's like, wow, a duplicate already. Like, it's less fun when you just get duplicates, and I got like no playable cards outside of Grand Tree. I have no Briar, no Crispin, no Glass Trumpet, no Noctowl, and I was just like, where are the cards? Also, I think the pre-release is like really unbalanced. The Buffalo-Ant Rotom fan deck it's not even close how good it is. What's up, Monk? Hey, hey. So I think Stellar Crown pre-release is pretty bad. But because I feel like because my polls were also so bad that I'm like tempted to go again. But I'm not really sure what to play for the rest of the Twilight Masquerade format. I might give Zard another whirl. I've been less harsh on Zard the last month, because in my testing, because I usually keep a Zard deck alive to test against, and turns out it's actually more fun to play now than it used to be, because it's more of a combo deck, because it has so many like fun little unique tools that it can use that it makes it a more interesting deck to me than just Candy Pidgeot, Candy Zard. Bleh. Oh, back to school. Public school here in Washington was back to school yesterday, if I remember correctly. My friend in Indiana, she's been back at school for almost 4 weeks now. University, yeah. Not surprised about that. I like am and not at the same time. I think when I was in college, like we started like mid-August. Yeah, that sounds about right, because we were always done in May. Because I remember graduation was May for me. So usually if you graduate May, you are in by August. Yeah, I effectively did a run and a half on the plane yesterday on my way home. No notes, and I did a pretty good job. There was only like 2 things that I like minorly missed, but it was like easily corrected with just a later extra menu. Post Labor Day, yeah. Yep. That makes sense. Yeah, some places always go after Labor Day. Yeah, I always, like I said, high schools in Washington go after Labor Day. I grew up in Wisconsin, same thing, after Labor Day. But it's not like that everywhere. It's like half and half, for different reasons, too. Yeah, I want to give the Charizard deck a whirl and try some different combinations. I much prefer the Duskull line variant, because it gives you an out to either A, doing more damage early, or B, taking in some important knockouts late. I've been kind of like easing myself into the Charizard learning by just testing against Miraidon, which should be a very favored matchup, and it is. Especially if they don't run Raichu, you just, as soon as you get one Charizard loaded up, like, you don't have to get a second, because they can't deal with one Charizard. Hi, Flygon. Unless they go for the 2-shot. And if they go for the 2-shot, then you threaten to get the second one online. I will say, with Miraidon, I really like the... I really like the Vitality Band plus Zapdos combination. I saw a list that was like 2 Zapdos, and I'm like, yeah, there's somebody at my locals that's playing Vitality Band, and the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. Because Zapdos plus Vitality Band gives you a way to hit 240 with Miraidon, which helps against Raging Bolt. It also helps you hit 140 with Iron Hands, which deals with Ancient Box and Pidgeots. You kill Pidgeots for 3. And you at least get 1 off on the Ancient Box players, which really helps, like, in total. Like, even giving 1-2 prize turn against Ancient Box helps. Ancient Box, I think, is considered best deck in format right now, which is kind of bananas. It's been coming on with the, like, the advent of Raging Bolt, Roaring Moon, and, like, Miraidon as very popular decks. Like, these aggressive, fast two-prizer decks, like, Ancient Box just eats those up. But yeah, somebody at my locals was playing a Vitality Band version with Academy at Night, which I also kind of dig. Kind of. I'd have to, yeah. I don't know where I'm at with Ancient Box. Ooh. I have to rebuild it because I built the Roaring Moon deck, but the Roaring Moon deck is basically just another version of Raging Bolt and Miraidon. It's just a fast, aggressive two-prizer deck. It's fine. I like Raging Bolt better than Big Roaring Moon. I also don't own any Pekkaruns, which is on kind of my wish. It's like the only card I don't own out of what is it called? Shrouded Fable. Which reminds me, I have to message TCG Player today because I ordered a Pheasantipity EX a month ago and I still haven't gotten it in, which is now outside the window of like expected delivery dates. It says 12 to 15 business days and it's been 19 business days now. This is just my first day back home, so it's like I obviously wanted to check the mail to see if it came in, and I checked basically like as I got home yesterday, and yeah, nothing. And I'm like, ooh, that's not good. Okay, that counted. 10 ground items is pretty easy. So I'm probably going to do that afterwards. Let's see what my next task is. Oh, I got a swimming Pokemon task. That's good. That means I can just do this and it'll be done. Need to make sure I get the actual important items. Alright, I'll just do another swimming Pokemon because this will get me to 70. And then that will be 100. Yeah. Pop it. Albie, how did your run end up? I saw you were still on Benny when I was making some lunch. Finishing eating lunch myself. How'd that run go? I know you probably lost 10 minutes to a phone call, I think you said. Hooray, that counted. All right, 1 second as I do this absolutely massive menu. Oh my god, I keep getting dropped inputs. Oh, I almost mashed A on that. That would have been bad. Special defense neutral. Well, there you go. See, you are going to easily be under the 410s. You're approaching that 4-hour mark pretty soon, and that's the first big one. You got it. I believe in you. From kind of the segment I was watching, I think one of the biggest things that you can improve on is the inventory management. So there, and Hulk really drilled this into me. It's when you deposit, if you ever come across a line that says like deposit junk items, anytime that you are in like the treasure case thingy and you can deposit items, like look at everything between stealth sprays and Pokeballs and just go why, and just mass deposit them. Don't even think about it, except for like the caster ferns. And that's only like a one-time, like one-of thing. And then when you do that and you can sell them in one big chunk, and it just, you have just made that like inventory management so much more efficient. It takes some getting used to, because it's so like non-intuitive to like check what you're looking for, but after you sort items, it's that every time. You always, you know, sort bag, deposit everything between stealth sprays and Pokeballs. And it's actually like, when you get used to it, you'll be like, oh yeah, this makes sense. And you don't have to do it super fast, but even at like a slow, steady pace, it will seem very clean after the first couple times you do it. Yo, TTS, my Unova man, aka the 5th gen gamer, basically. Oh, wait, TTS. Dude, I was just watching a YouTube video and I thought of you. It was just one of those like, it was the beginning of this like obscure Pokemon facts, and it was like an hour-long video. I'm like, I'm not watching the whole hour-long video, but the first one caught my attention. It was a good one. TTS, did you know, after I do this menu, TTS, did you know that in Gen 5, no matter what setting, what text speed setting you have set, N's dialogue will always display as the fastest text speed? Sharon makes note of that in the first interaction in Black, White 1. That's cool. See, that's a game I don't think I've played. So I was just like, wait, really? And I would figure that, like, bro, you need to slow down, you talk so fast. That's pretty funny. It's funny in a charming way because, like, as most of us Pokemon speedrunners know, we just set the game speed to fast anyways. So we probably didn't notice a difference, but anybody that has it set on like slow or medium gets the faster text speed. So yeah, that was pretty dope. There's also a couple old people that have really slow text. Is it like the Gen 1 rival swag walk, but in text speed? Here's one. In Gen 5, there's no such thing as a 2-shake breakout? What? No way. Wait, really? Today I also learned. Only 0, 1, or 3. Listen, that's the correct number of Carmine in your Lugia deck. Is 0, 1, or 3. At Etchy, I don't even care if he's here or not. Call that man out. So, Indigo Disc at AGDQ, that's the plan, my friend. This is easily my top submission for AGDQ. Like, no cap. I am definitely submitting this, and I hope it gets in, because then it'll be like, oh my god, T-Pat did the first DLC last time, now he's doing the second DLC this time. Whoa! Like, I hope I get that response. Does that mean I have to buy another old booster box? Do it, TTS. Do it! Dude, Gen 4's gotta be getting... Well, Heart Gold Soul Silver has gotta be getting in soon, right? I know it's a longer category. Well, what categories are you throwing in? Because, like, if you're looking for something under 3 hours, isn't there like a beat Lance category? Think any percent Maniplus. Oh yeah, wait. Is that the one with the shackle? See, that sounds pretty cool. Remind me, it is the Suckle Strats. That's what I thought it was. I think that has a really good chance. Slightly shorter, but all the bits as interesting. I know since there are glitches, do you skip any of the gym badges in that route? Or do you sequence break at all? Because it's still 2+ hours. You only get 5 badges, and one is purely to have fly. Cool, I love fighting Chuck. Co-op full Indigo Disc with Etta. Yeah, now that's worthy of a capel. And to get the shuckle. Oh yeah, the guy there in Signwood. See, I think that's really fascinating. Like, it's definitely like a different... That will have... I think that has like an intrigue to it. Like, obviously Indigo Disc is like very... This has very vanilla components to it. It's we fight the Elite Four in order, in fact. So to have something a little bit more spicy. And I think the Shuckle strats are pretty spicy. Ooh, you do some tweaking in Heart Gold Soul Silver. Is it any different than Diamond Pearl or Platinum, for that matter? Because I forget if the bike has the 2 gears, the low gear, high gear mechanic. So Diamond Pearl and the rest of Gen 4 work differently with tweaking. In Diamond Pearl, it's super broken because you can just run around in the void and just run to the Hall of Fame. But in Platinum, they have, like, the collision is, yeah. Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver kind of patched it so it's not as broken, but you can still get some really fun sequence breaks out of it. It has something to do with, like, the collision or, like hitbox collision in the void is fixed at least compared to its Diamond Pearl predecessor. Hi, am I the Scott Dixon of this game? Yes. Wait, maybe. Maybe I'm the Alex Rossi of this game. I watched that Pulse Effects video. Actually, the fact that I've retained that information from Pulse's videos speaks to his writing. Because sometimes I think Pulse's videos are really cumbersome in terms of how much information it's presenting. But, like, I'm processing all this information. So, like, obviously it's not as bad as I think it is. That's because I have two speeds. I have news speed and I have Twitch speed. And I probably look at his videos from, like, a news speed perspective, in which, like, news scripts and copy are written, like, super succinct. It's like, get to the point. And, like, get to the point in 30 seconds. But obviously you don't have to do that for YouTube videos. You know, retention things I know a bit less about. What I'm trying to say is, Pulse's videos wouldn't make for good TV news, but obviously makes for great YouTube videos. Oh yeah, Pulse definitely made the right decision. And since his VODs are multiple minutes long, he gets credit for time watched. I was watching some Wolfie VODs, and he's actually pretty clear. Like, he's just like ranking every pseudo-legendary Pokemon in competitive. And he's actually, like, really clear about the strategies, but he also talks very conversationally, which is super important. Like, you can tell he's not just reading from a script. He's just like, I'm just talking about, you know, the Pokemon and its moveset, and I'm clear like that. It's, you know, like, he has more like bullet points of what to talk about, and we'll just record him talking about it, which fits a great conversational style. And then the editors just edit around that. Which I think also adds to the length of his videos, so he probably accomplishes, you know, both things, like, successfully. I better have enough items picked up. Kind of like waiting for that, because I'm waiting for that last bit of BP to come up on my screen. I didn't get that lag spike that I usually do, which is a good sign. A little bit there. Got a golf tourney? Best of luck, dude. Crush him for me. Okay, I got 150 BP. I'm fine. Of course I hit Fissure on the plane, so that's how I knew I was pacing. Yeah, I would agree. Except for live sports. But even then, it's about... I don't know. TV's in a weird spot. They don't pay me enough. The issue with YouTube versus TV is, yes, more people are... I would assume more people are watching YouTube than they are watching TV. However, in order to make money... Yes! Hit fissure! Let's go! Okay, that feels good. In order to make money producing videos on YouTube, you really have to strike lightning. Otherwise, you're making nothing. You're making pennies. Hey, yo! I'm back. Is the answer TV? Did you start rewatching TV? What TV show you watch on TV? Is it the NBA on TNT? They don't even have that here. What? Do you watch Formula One on TV? Now, is F1 TV the one with, is that with Rosberg on the call or whoever? David A. Delsecki. Say the line, Crofty, say the line. Press the interactive red button on your remote. Got that bread. We got that bread. You like Crofty, but you prefer Jacques. Oh yeah, or is it Alex Jakes? Alex Jacques. Julian Palmer and David Coulthard. Now that listen, they good. I haven't watched Palmer's latest YouTube VOD. I'm sure it was about McLaren's Papaya Rules or something, right? The TV show you watch is The Mole. Who's the F1 reporter? The really energetic guy. He's not like on the broadcast. He's just like the reporter. He helps out with the pre-show and stuff. It's not David A. Will Buxton, that's who I'm thinking of. I think he gave Zach Brown a pretty good eye roll. It's that, yeah. Come on, faster. I have the fastest, well, if you want to start first, you gotta get pole position. I don't know. Zach says we got 2 number 1s, and if you look at the last 5 races, Lando and Oscar have acquired the same number of points in those 5 races. It's kind of an annoying burn, but oh yeah, they really gotta. They probably. I don't know how they conduct those interviews at Drive to Survive. However, one would think, just from working with like my marketing department, sometimes they'll like ask questions in a certain way or have you try to say something in a certain way without putting the words directly in your mouth. I wonder if they can just like be like, nah, just can you say, yo, if you want to win, you got to start first. I did have a nice vacation. Thank you. So I don't script write, because I don't produce packages, or at least I haven't in a long while. I'm not the fastest writer. Because weather is all ad lib. And yeah, I had a great vacation. I went to the zoo, 2 IndyCar races, and a Brewers game, all in back-to-back days. So I had a blast in Milwaukee. Whatever, Rotov, you are just so annoying. You want my rabbits, bruh? Can I have some actual good cards? I'm gonna go to pre-release tonight. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna go to pre-release tonight. It's like the last one. It's on Division. Yeah, I have I have, like, nothing, man. I have no Briars, I have no Crispin, I have no Glass Trumpets, I have no Noctowls, I didn't get the Rotom pack, like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I got nothing. If I don't pull the Buffalint Fan Rotom at the pre-release, I'm not even gonna use the constructed decks at all because they're bad. I'd rather just pull one Joltix and like a Zeraora or something, you know. You are still at full health, okay. Because at least the Zeraora is like 20 damage plus 20 for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And it's like, okay, I have a way to do 120 kind of, so. Dude, this pre-release is the most unbalanced pre-release I've ever taken a part in. And of course, all three of my matches were against Rotom Buffalons. And it's like, I don't win that match. They just go Jet Energy Rotom and use the move for 70 damage against my Drifloons. And it's like, I just lose. And then they take 60 less damage because of the Buffalon's ability. Like, bruh. They made that wait. They didn't even give the Drifloon pack Artisan. They gave it one Nest Ball. I'm like, that's not even fair. Like, how do you not even give that Artisan, man? I'm done complaining. Oh, I forgot to jump. It's whatever. Oh, that was kind of nice. Or I went up a little bit farther to the left. Yeah, the Kofu Vizuela is okay. So if you get Buffalont Kofu, you win. Yeah, the Veluzas they're 110 shred, and their attack cost is 4 colorless, minus 1 colorless for each Kofu you had in discard. I ran a deck with 5 Kofus, and I called it the 5 Kofu and Prey. I got 4 Kofu in discard 1 game, and that was my closest game. And it was only because I drew well and my opponent didn't draw well, and they still won handily. In my last game, I was super over it, and I was like, you know what? I could play this correctly, or I could do the funny thing. You know what I did? I had Drifblim inactive, and I prized one of my Drifloons, so I could only Balloon Burst for 150. It was against a Buffalont, though. And the Buffalont would take 60 less damage, so it only would take 90 damage, and that Buffalont has 100 HP. So it wasn't going to knock it out, but what's even funnier is my opponent attached the bomb. The 12 damage counter bomb. And I'm like, this is too funny to not do this, I will everybody explode now for 90 damage and knock myself out. Your go. It was funny. And that's how I handled my last game. And it was like the top player's like girlfriend, and he was like, sorry for dragging you here. I'm sorry you're 0-2. And she's like, no, I'm having fun. And I'm like, I'm having fun too, and I'm 0-2, and I have a terrible deck. So I'm like, this would be funnier if I just literally explode myself because my opponent drew the bomb ace spec. It was funnier that way. So what's funny is I dealt 90 damage to my opponent, and it did 150 damage to me. Oh yeah, my second game that I drew the best, they won with Ladian. They got the boss on the last turn because they hit the Ladian. But I'm just upset that, like, I got 0 SIRs out of my 7 packs. 0. And that's the first time I've ever opened a pre-release and got 0 SIRs. Because usually they're pretty generous about getting at least 1 SIR in those packs. No, 0. My only hit was the Cinderace, and then of course in the 3 packs afterwards, I also hit the exact same Cinderace. But it's just like, that's not fun. It's like, I got a duplicate already of the one thing I got. It's a pretty card, but now I have 2. I would rather have 2 different pretty cards. I shouldn't complain as much. I pulled Great Tree. I'm keeping the Great Tree because I'm sorry to say, Corey, but I really am leaning towards playing Charizard for the next format because the deck is way more fun than it was like 4 sets ago. It is no longer the big dumb Charizard deck. It actually has a lot of really unique lines. Its problem is consistency. Like, Charizard struggles to stabilize its board state, but once you have a stable board, like, even after turn 2, if you can get a stable board turn 2 without giving your opponent, like, without having a liability, like, you are in the driver's seat, and there's very little to nothing your opponent can do about it. Like, what's weird is I was actually inspired when I lost to Nathan at the Cup, because he played his Charizard game perfectly. And it's like, there's nothing I can do about it. I wish I could play a game like that, where it's like, with perfect play, you will always win. But it's about its setup. You're gonna play the big turtle and have fun? Yeah, that's what I was kind of annoyed about. My first game, my opponent hits me with Turtle and Area 0. Imagine that in a pre-release. I bench Terapagos EX, and I play Area 0 Under Depths. Fill my bench, deal so much damage, you have no chance. Okay. And they have the Buffalo, so it doesn't even die to the Crabominable, because it only does 190 damage. Yeah, that was super cool. No, they're not. But in the last one, I got Okadogi Legacy Energy, and I could only use that combination once out of 3 games. Cause it was the bottom card of game 3. Like, sheesh. Oh, he still bullet punches me? Boo. This is my favorite animation, is when Scizor gets the bullet punch off, he gets to go, yeah, as he gets just absolutely kicked in the dick and dies. He's like, ah! Oh, I was laughing about getting kicked in the dick and I missed my menu. Alright, you can make fun of me. Oh, I didn't hit Reboot or Score Bunny. I have 0 Score Bunnies still. That's what's silly. It was just like, the person I was sitting across from was like, oh, nice, Cinderace. He's like, you get any of the bunnies? And I go through everything. I'm like, not a single Score Bunny or Reboot. And they're like, oh man, tough shit. Yeah, my 7 packs, I didn't get any. I have 2 Cinderaces and I have no bunnies. I have no Score Bunnies or Reboots. 2 Cinderaces though. Hey, Crisis, I found out the other day this Starmie can live this close combat. No, don't crit, because that's just extra text for no reason. Oh, Crisis, I was pacing on the plane. My Amorous was a 50-58. And then my Switch died. My Switch died on Lacey. But the good news, Crisis, is that I did a run and a half between my 2 flights before my Switch died with no notes. So I'm feeling a lot more comfortable about just like running the game, no notes, like big menus and all. At least for this specific menu, because I haven't done the scrappy or fighting menus. Like I have this Flamigo solved. So that's really the only problem, is I have this Flamigo's good. Tech check over, Albie. Are you doing some are you doing hot fixes? Are we gonna see Albie live on GDQ soon? The dream. Wish that were my dream too. Commentating Daxter all missions, nice. Alright, so this is... Look at that effortless menu. See, my menuing definitely has been a lot cleaner. By the way, if you can tell, I got the double swim picture, and it was actually optimal too, because the other one was like, make a TM. I'm like, I'll take the picture. Cool. Yeah, I got swim, backstrike, 10 items, and then swim. Hey, if Nurburg comes back, do you want to watch F1? The answer, fine, is yes. I will indeed watch Formula 1 on the TV with you if the German Grand Prix is back. Can we also get a German driver back? Please ignore that Nico Hülkenberg is still in F1. Ooh, hosting a show? Ayo? Best of luck to whoever submitted to host a show. Whoever that might be. They may or may not be here. I bet it was Etchy. That was fast. Let's go. Ba 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 ba. I like the last one. Quiz time. Oh yeah, Lacey quiz. I'm gonna write down my emote ideas since I'm feeling refreshed from my vacation, obviously. I did a very light workout today, but at least I went to the gym. And I'm using my calendar now. Quiz time. This quiz is going really fast. This has been very good. You can, like, oddly lose, like, a handful of seconds to Lacey's quiz if you're not sharp. And this has probably been the sharpest I've been. Feels good. Man, I want this to be on the GDQ stage and have people be like, "Run! Run! 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 Run!" Like, just people just, like, screaming. As if it were like the cap shuffle at the scoreboard. Right! Right! And like really ham it up for him too. I had a bad one with the Pikachu the other day. I didn't miss. But as soon as the magnifying glass went online, the Pikachu went like this. And I was like, I can't target the cheeks if you are literally head straight down. Also notice how Traveling Gamer left the chat the moment I mentioned that I wanted to play Zard in the Stellar Crown format. He was just like, done with you. Unfriended. Is the buddy act any good? Crisis says otherwise anyways. This is still here. But hear me out. The ability Charizard has to get a 4-prize turn is actually like so easy. But yeah, is the bunny good, the Cinderace? It's a 280 and a 180 snipe are its 2 attacks. And one of them you can't use twice in a row. I think it's the 280. You can't use, it's like, you can't use this attack next turn, but you can use the other one. And neither discard energy either. So as long as it lives, man, use it with the Hero's Cave. Oh yeah, that's right, I noticed that. The rabbit was also a free retreater. Yeah, the format is still fast, so Bunny still folds to things like, I'm sure it folds to Bolt and Roaring Moon and Miraidon. Probably takes a really bad Miraidon matchup. Well, I don't want to say really bad, because Miraidon struggles with big things. Like, you get one setup and it's like, haha, I win. Come on, Energy Ball. Come on, Energy Ball. This is like the best turn for Energy Ball into the Dugtrio. Yeah. We are gaming. Now I can fake out. Hell yeah. Yes, you break the mold. I got it. Okay, this was a very good Lacey fight. This should be a good split. The hard work is done. Yeah, I haven't seen it play out like this. I think I got it on the plane. I like started getting actual good fights. Like my plane fights were like all very scripted. Like no nonsense. I think I was just getting body pressed from the Skarmory at the worst. Gold? Maybe gold? In fact, a gold split. That's how I knew this was going good. Oh, best possible time 201? Oh! Oh, and I even got no snow on the plane, too. I was just like, damn, dude. I think my runs were very solid on the plane. Man, I was a minute ahead of Amorous on the plane yesterday and even had to stop for 10 to 15 seconds to collect a drink I ordered. I was like, yes, I'll have a ginger ale, and it was the most watery ginger ale I've ever had. Apparently your sense of taste is distorted on planes because of the reduced air pressure. Because cabin air pressure is only about like 75% of sea level pressure. So the amount of oxygen physically being forced into your body is less than normal, which affects like a whole lot of things. But it's like the minimum comfortable level that you can handle air pressure wise. Oh, make that jump. Ooh. That was a little slow. I didn't get my momentum back. That's fine. It's kind of an awkward little hop. I have 0 BP. Drayton, help me. Thank you. Oh, man. I'm so glad I don't have to do any more of the barbecue tasks. Believe it's still lightly snowing. Oh, I had diamond dust snow the other day, yesterday, on the plane. I had diamond dust snow. Did not last for very long either. To which I didn't even know existed until Anubis did the research, and I had to look it up. I'm like, what the heck's diamond dust? And it's just like, it's just snow, but it's a visually stunning snow. So good for pictures. bum, bum, bum. I'm already under a heat advisory again. I don't want it to be 95 degrees again when I go back to work. It's so lame. I'm done with summer. I want nice, cool fall weather. Oh my goodness, the weather was perfect in Milwaukee. It was a little humid when I got there. Like on Friday, it was a little humid. Saturday was nice and warm, and then Sunday was like perfect. It was like 75, no humidity, nice breeze coming off the lake. I'm like, what a perfect day to just sit out at the IndyCar races. I think next time I would go like all day Saturday and watch like qualifying and the Indy Next race, because I got there when like the Indy Next race was still going on and it was still fun. I can see why they picked where the exact row of general admission seating begins and ends, because from one row up you can see just past all the trailers and see the backstretch, but in the last general admission row you can't, and it's like, I see. My Sunday race, I had excellent tickets. I bought like 300, like high 300 level tickets. It was great. And then for the Brewers game, we just got 400. We got $6 400 seats. And I ate brats and cheese curds and beer. And it was great. I had a great time. Spent more money on having food at the baseball game because I did not spend money on the ticket. Get him, Doug Trio. Oh, close. Yeah, I got Fissure this run, so that's fine. The dream is also no snow on this fight. We are moving. Let's go. Okay, mashing no to Drayton. No. Change held item. Ah. One more. I was one input away. It still calls me bud. Okay. Whenever you say Drayton. Is his dad Drayton from Black 1? If I remember correctly. No one wants to see me ugly cry. Okay. Get him, my punching glove, my boxing glove bird. And wow, a normal fight. No way. Oh my god, it exists. It won't goal because I didn't get the one shot on the trainer. The second kick was a crit. Acrobatics heal. X speed, right? I mean, I probably didn't need to X speed, but that was strange. I just knew that that was the safest thing to do. Tailwind Yeah, he tails me at the end. I don't know what the speed thresholds are there. Worst case scenario, I'm half outsped, but it's faster than the X speed animation. I knew as I did it, I didn't need to do it, and it was, but my hands are moving. My hands were moving because I wasn't anticipating Tailwind in that exact situation. He just gave me a very odd. He threw me a last second curveball that I whiffed at just to lose me some seconds. Super cool. Love you for that. Drayton reminded me that he still hates me. He still hates me for real. Gives me perfect fights on the plane. Oh, they still don't outspeed? Whatever, man. Well, then what outspeeds when he tailwinds? Is it Sceptile? Is it Hexor? Everything else. So, like, the Flygon... So, like, the Flygon and the Kingdra and the Sceptile and the Haxorus and even the Archduraludon? I have no idea what any of their speed stats are. I have not even remotely close to even knowing or considering what Archduraludon's stats are. You have 40-48, but the world record's 49-06. No! That means you gotta go get it back. Go get it for real. Get a 40-47. Yeah, apparently my Scarlet Violet best time's a 5:25, but I never saved the VOD, so cool, go me. My live split thinks I have a 5:25, and I'm just like, but like, if I do, I probably can't even go that fast anymore because of the patch update. Yeah. Probably one of those random runs I did right after the Switch hardware update. I Arbin for X attack and X special defense and pass. Pass my turn. I Arbin for Buddy Poffin and Forest Sealstone and pass. So this is what this turn looks like. Sure not. You put your hair up. Alright, everything looks less dangerous now. That's the scariest turn. It's not over, but that's the scariest turn. All right, everything is as scripted right now. Ah, I did go for reflect. Because I got a flinched and couldn't move. Text box. This is a heel angle. Remember when we were kids and Lance used a bunch of full restores against us? Yeah, that's us against Kieran now. Fighting Terra. He's a fast. Missed the range again, bruh. That's why we clicked the psychic button. But now I get the super effective text. Cool. I love missing that 15 and 16 range. This is so annoying. Oh, you got frozen. Boo. Take that. I think I'm... If I'm ahead, it's only barely. But I could have gone without the super effective flavor text. In fact, that's about how much time I lost. Was the 8 seconds to the flavor text. Ice counter? Yeah, maybe. Ex-champion, except not really, because we're not technically allowed to be champion of the BB League if we're an exchange student. So now it's Drayton's problem to figure out the structure of the Elite Four and champion. Woof! And proceed with what? Well, hey. Yeah, woof. Well, Jared's like, champion, Kieran, they haven't updated their announcements yet. Lazy gets absolutely pissed at him. Right, where am I standing? Standing just left of center, which means it is technically faster to go for this one. We're almost there. Just a little bit of cutscene. That's what champions do. Well, my Elite Four section wasn't amazing. Except for Lacey. Lacey was perfect. So I'm really happy about the Lacey split because that carried. Because it looks like I lost time on every other split except for Amorous. I got a little time back on Amorous because I got Stealth Rock and not like Body Press or something. I remember for the other pre-releases I went to that it was actually like interesting to play the game in a different way, have like a different format, do some like try to be unique with decks, and then play a couple extra games. Me and Oryx would play like some webcam games of pre-release, but I dismantled my Stellar Crown one immediately. I was like, this one's garbage. It will never win any game ever. I don't even know why I even sleeved it up. Like, I should have sleeved up a Zera Aura and prayed. Like, I didn't have anything good. It's like, what am I gonna use? The Reshiram that does 90 damage for 3 energy? Yeah, whatever. Reversal energy didn't even work on it. It was... I have 2 crab vomitables. It probably would have been better to have... I had 4 of the crab brawler and 2 of the crab vomitable. And I should have just ran 5 Kofu, the reversal energies, and the Lana's aid. And like that's it. I should have just cut the whole Drifloon experience. Yeah, Gita is not my favorite of the champions. I think she's underwhelming. I don't have anything like bad to say about her. I think she's just underwhelming. La Primarina, the top champion. Okay. She just tells us to go play with our friends, I guess. She ain't no Cynthia, that's for sure. Yeah, Kieran's been going through it, but Kieran needs to see a real therapist. We are not a certified Poke therapist. Actually, that brings up a good question. If any Pokemon could be a certified Poke Therapist, who would it be? Not a trainer, a Pokemon themselves. Chansey, you know, Chansey, yeah, I can see that. Cooperative champion, yeah. Again, I don't have anything bad to say about Briar. Just think I would, yeah. She doesn't like demand respect in the way like Cynthia does. Even Lorelei in Let's Go had like a cool moment. That's a pretty early fly, so this is gonna be quite the drop down here. All right. Yeah, I have to kind of take this regrab. I think I can hit it from here. Ooh, that's close. Please. Okay, that's good. I got it. I was like, I'm gonna let go of the fly. Hopefully it don't land on the building, otherwise it'll be really slow. Woo, cut that pretty close. Lance is my OG champion. I know he's not as exciting as some others, but I like Lance a lot. Hey, Gita could be worse. Gita could be Hal. Hal is the worst champion. Oh my god, Dragapults. How? Yeah, who? How? What's funny is if you're not memeing, it actually drives in the point of who's the worst champion. It's How. How is the Gen 7 rival, and in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, he's champion, and he's the actual worst champion. He takes Kukui's place in Gen 7. Yep. Yeah, in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, How, the rival, becomes the champion. But he's a terrible champion. And his theme sucks. Kukui's champion theme, A+. How's champion theme is like D- tier at best. Yeah, that he is champion in Usum. Awful, dude. Ooh, I don't even have to dismount. Cool. Let me throw. Tragic is correct. Yeah, and he is champion. He's BB League champion. I mean, he uses the King in Incineroar, so he obviously is qualified. Does Carmen Sandiego have a crush on the player? No, she has a crush on Drayton, but she won't admit it. Also, hello, Penguin Wave, Kristen. Carmine doesn't know how to export her internal feelings. It all just comes out as rage. No, she definitely does not have a love interest with the main character because she treats us like her lackey. In fact, she even calls us her grunt at one point. Yeah, I think Carmine has a hard time expressing emotions. She has one speed, and it is shouting at everybody. It's just like, hey, I like you. Hey, I like you! This is Drayton, and he's the worst! Whatever floats your boat, Carmine. Just, I'll stay out of your way. Well, the problem is Kieran doesn't take it well. Kieran doesn't know that that's her one and only speed. So she shouts at him the whole time. And Carmine doesn't know that she's really hurting her brother's feeling. It is her fault that Kieran has fallen into insanity. Maybe it works with Drayton because Drayton's so chill about it. Drayton's like, haha, can you believe this chick? And he's like, cool with it. But Kieran is obviously not. But Carmine doesn't understand that. It's Carmine's fault Kieran is this way, but Kieran needs some real help now, and it needs to not come from his sister. Because his sister is, how you say, the worst. Anyways, here's Wonderwall. Oh, we were just asking, Kristen, what Pokemon would make for a good therapist? Mega Altaria, yo, nice fluffy, soft cloud bed burb. Yeah, I agree. Good call. You just lay on the floof. I do like the floof. I can't believe fur. It's just like, they say money can't buy you happiness, but then again, money can buy you like 50 Altaria plushies, including the giant one, and I don't, if happiness isn't that, then I don't know what is. And it's like, you know what? I agree with this dude. All right, this is the hardest movement. So where I have to make like this weird jump around the corner and try to get as high up on the ledge as possible. And it's like it's a blind jump too. It sucks. That's pretty good. I'll take that. I think Crisis does that movement slightly differently. He doesn't do the second version of the jump, but I find this more consistent. Just climb up to this guy because I don't want to deal with this small little terrestrialization ledge. Did kind of dig that in Oras, all Mega Stones, you actually have to catch a Swablu, evolve it into Altaria in order to obtain the Altarianite Megastone. Flamigo! Yep, Flamigo's the main. This Flamigo ends up at level 98 in this speedrun. Yeah, Flamigo is in fact God tier. No other Pokemon is close. Yeah, like so. No, don't slowly fall. That's lame, whatever. Yeah, and in context of the speedrun, first of all, this is just a segment, so I'm not technically an hour and 40 in. I'm actually like 8 hours and 40 in. The Indigo Disc speedrun is a full game speedrun, but that would be not fun and not economical for... How did I bonk into that? Whatever. So I have a dedicated save file. That does this as if it were like a single story segment. So it starts after postgame and after Teal Mask, and then it's just a 2-hour segment. But I'm effectively beginning the speedrun with my level 92 Flamigo, because it just absolutely crushes the mainline portion of the game. Flying Fighting is an incredible type coverage, and in fact it's almost perfect for the entire speedrun. There's like 2 Pokemon that we can't hit for at least neutral effective, and they like both don't matter. Like one is we fight like Ino's Waterel, and it's like, whatever, we're already level 70, so low kick it anyways. You like Carmine better than Nimona? I like Nimona better. I thought Nimona was charming in a ADHD energetic kind of way. Oh, crap. Ah, crap. I got the double raid. What? You guys. Shen and Chris, the legendary meme team themselves. Hello, chat. What were they up to today? Were they doing zombies? Were they eating yachts? Were they doing archipelago? What were they doing? What were they up to? In the meantime, we were actually just mentioning this, like, funny thing where it's like, so in Scarlet and Violet, Kieran is kind of, like, insane. He needs, like, some therapy. What Pokemon would make a good therapist? And we got votes for Chansey and Mega Altaria. A new meme race, type weakness random chart race. Okay. So, type weakness. Explain more. Full weakness rando race, where you had to guess and rewrite all types to type weaknesses. Like you randomize the type matchup chart, or is it just everything is weak to everything? That sounds pretty boss. You have all come here at the very tail end of this Indigo Disc speedrun, by the way. I was just mentioning that this is the segmented version of this, so it is not the full 9-hour category, but rather just the... so type chart got fully shuffled. Nice. That's pretty dope. So I'm just doing a 2-hour segment of this run where I start after postgame and after Teal Mask storylines have been completed. Or main game, I should say. We are way down towards the Area 0 underdepths. In fact, I only have 2 battles left to go. So our time is likely going to be short with us today. So if you are here, make sure to stick around for, honestly, like 15 minutes of your time would be amazing for me. And drop a follow. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. But at least follow. And subscribe to 360 Chrism on Twitch with your September points or Prime Gaming. They certainly deserve it. Shen 2, I guess. Swiftly grab dinner, please do. Oh, yeah. So, did they have to, like, figure out, like, what everything was, like, weak to? So I guess the point of the race was basically to figure out what the type matchup chart is. It's almost like a hidden power, like guess the hidden power. That's kind of interesting. So you had to find Pokemon with, so the types of the Pokemon themselves were not shuffled, but the effectiveness chart was. Take that, Zizu, who tells you the whole type chart. No, Zizu does Agile and Strong Style. It's actually Akari that tells you about the type effectiveness. She's like, wow, this Pikachu that I have is an electric type, which might be strong against certain types. Only thing that they knew for sure was that any type had 0 to 2 immunities. Woohoo! It's Hop's worst nightmare. Imagine in every single like trainer battle too, like if you got the super effective hit, the trainer would like pop back out and be like, "Oh my god, that was super effective." Blah 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 blah. Levitate on some Pokemon was a game breaker. I can't even imagine being like, yes, this thing has an immunity to the ground type. Levitates anyways. No, I'll never know. Oh wait, does Levitate randomly decide what type it's immune to, or does it still prevent ground type specifically? The more I'm thinking about this meme race, the more it's just like, wait, this is actually really interesting because you need to find Pokemon with certain moves to utilize on certain Pokemon that you might have access to in the wild to test if their moves are neutral, super, or not very effective. They both got baited by Levitate mons though. Does Levitate at least tell you that Levitate exists? Did they do this in Emerald? I assume they did. Alright, now do battleships on top of that. Can you imagine? It's just like they have to play 2 games at once. I'm sure the both of them would be like, oh my god, why did we agree to this 12-hour stream of doing 2 different memes at the same time? Oh, hey, there's a Terapagos on screen, everybody. So speaking of type matchups, Terapagos has this really cool ability called Terra Shift, where at full health, every single move is not very effective. So this is actually an interesting fight where we might see. I have a not very effective acrobatics here, but it will be far more effective next turn. So this is actually a very curious fight where I do not want to exit this fight at the health that I'm currently at. I could just win the fight here. But it is not this version of the Terapagos that is scary. It is the next version that did more damage than I would have liked it to. It's fine. It is this final Terapagos fight where everything matters. So you do not get healed in between this and the Stellar Terapagos raid fight. So it is important that we kind of finish this fight as high health as possible. The scary thing here is that last Zen Headbutt was kind of a high-ish roll, but it wasn't worth losing any more time to. And the upcoming Terapagos comes in 4 phases. So for all of you type matchup geeks, you should know that the phases of the Terapagos are normal, psychic, and water. I think it stays water for the phase 4 because it doesn't shift. And because of the the phase 2 psychic typing, our Terra type will matter. So the Flamigo I have has the flying Terra, which is the better of the two. Otherwise, I'm fighting Terra, which is not very effective, obviously. And there are some slightly different strats that you take for the final Terapagos fight. Lucky for me, since I am on Violet, Miraidon actually can handle by using Terra by using its Terra neutral, we would Terra Draco Meteor. Instead of trying to like Terra close combat, not very effective. The other key to this fight is that the Terapagos, when it has its barrier up, basically takes chip damage from any non-terastallized move. In fact, the damage multiplier is 0.2 times. So we are dealing 1/5 the damage we would normally do with a non-terastallized move. We can terastallize only after we deal damage twice each phase. So this is the barrier we're talking about. Yeah, I sure hope I'm really hoping for Life Dew turn 1 from the Sinistra. So they got Rage Powder, which doesn't matter because it's going to use Terra Starstorm. Which, yeah, we'll see how much damage that does. It's kind of close here. It might be a 2-shot range. Hoping I stay above like 116 health. Okay. 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 If I take exactly that much damage again, I will live on 3 HP. The crit doesn't matter. Yes, okay. Nice low roll there. So I mentioned that you only deal 1/5 the amount of damage non-terastallized. With terastallization, that multiplier is now 2 times. So it effectively will do 10 times the amount of damage, and we still get the extra 50% damage boost on top of that. So I'm really doing 30 times as much damage with a Terra attack that I would have not done otherwise. So the terastallization is required, and it matters which Terra type you are. Flying is the better of the two, so Flamigo pretty much aces it here. This Zen Headbutt always goes into the Sinista. It always hits, always does max damage, always hits through Sturdy, Focus Sash, everything. It's like hard-coded to KO Carmine's Pokemon. So here we're back into now we're into the Psychic phase. And again, I need 2 hits to recharge the Terra Orb. Best case scenario here is that it goes for Zen Headbutt and misses. Otherwise, I'm going to have to sack 2 Pokemon. So again, we're just going for the chip damage at first. We unfortunately do get the Zen Headbutt. What's nice here is at least the Doug trio will outspeed. So that's how we get our extra hit in. And now we have a fully charged Terra Orb, but we have a dead Flamigo right now. So I will need to sack one other thing. You'll never guess who it is, chat. Everybody, please welcome in Lechonk. Lechonk Terra normal type. Well, that was an effort. Alright, well, here we go. Flamigo's back in. This is the trickiest phase, but I think we're over the worst of it. It wasn't the fastest. Again, if I can dodge one Zen Headbutt phase 2, the fight gets a lot faster. I don't think you're not really praying for 2 because you're gonna get hit at some point and then you'll have to sack. So it's like fine to lose the turn here. So really missing 1 is ideal, which is why we pick up the max revive. So now we are at full health for phase 3, and phase 3 is fine again because Kieran jumps in, and then we start getting hit with Terra Starstorm instead of Zen Headbutts. I've been green splits all day, and I just uploaded my PB video to YouTube today. And I swear to God, if I beat it already, then it's just a bunch of work. It's a bunch of work I do all the time. So again, same thing here. We're just gonna chip low kicks. This is the water Terra version here. Doesn't matter though. Whatever, Carmine. Yeah, but so was Carmine. I don't know what the Hydrapple goes for here, but if you could not use Syrup Bomb, that'd be great, but I think it almost always does. Because it's just like, has slow tags, you get the speed drop. Used Dragon Cheer one time. Alright, we are golden from here. Obviously it's scary if we get crit that turn. So I think we're golden from here. This is obviously like an extremely tense, long drawn out raid battle because a 1 in 24 crit is always around the corner. As we cross the 2-hour mark of the run. The Terrapagos finally runs out of energy here, so the 4th phase, we just have a Terrestrialize Acrobatics, and we have won the fight because it doesn't even attack here. I also got caught up on the Netflix series Horizons. It definitely felt like they were building to like that season finale of like, oh, the grandma is gonna leave the team, but we've had such great adventures together, and they had the Rayquaza The Rayquaza appearance, and Methio is like getting stronger. Yeah, use that Master Ball. AKA, mash the A button. Am I gonna do it? I don't know if I'm PBing or not. I genuinely don't know, so we will see in a second here. I believe my friend Crisis has a very in this unofficial category and unofficial world record of like a 201 low or something. That looked pretty good though. Like nothing went wrong this whole run. Drayton threw me a curveball and I lost a little time. Crispin burned me a lot. Ah, damn it, Shiro rated me now too. Even though I'm literally 1 minute from finishing the speed run. Shiro, smash or pass? Just answer the question. I think I'm gonna have to run it back and then just whip over to locals. Smash, you got it. You got it, boss. Oh, here it is. Oh, this looked great. Hold up. Hey, yo, did I just get a wicked good best time? 2:23. Yes! Woo! That's actually excellent. Hold up, wait, this time's awesome. You have no idea. That's like hard to beat now. I can't run it back because like that's like really difficult to beat. Holy moly. Woo! We got it good, baby! Yes!